Oof, I gotta do a little bit of trimming here. So this area right here is where I'm going to be working in the next couple of days. I am definitely not going to do all of this today, but we are going to change a little bit how this area right here, the east side of the house. As you can tell, it's early morning, the sun is just starting to shine. The plants over here that I am going to be planting, mostly on this side, are going to be getting a few hours of the early sun, and for most of the late afternoon through the rest of the evening, they're in shade. So a lot of the things that that I went and that I have been purchasing at the store have been for somewhat part sun, part shade type of shrubs. I'm going to show you all of them. There's a lot of things going on around me. It's July 4th weekend, and a lot of things are happening here today. I showed you earlier in another video how we kind of planted some roses. We installed this beautiful arbor that I love. I do have a lot of weeding to do, like I said, but I am thinking about moving this Russian sage that I have here. Unfortunately, the rose is kind of being pushed to the side by this Russian sage. So I don't know how I like it there. I don't know. I might not change it after all. I haven't made up my mind. But like I said, I have a lot of weeds here to do. I am going to be changing the structure of these. I may have to move that rose that I have there, just because with everything else that I have here, it might just be a little too in the back. So this space here is super narrow. It isn't really that wide for me to work with. So I think in my mind, this side over here, the side closest to the house, is going to be the one that gets all of the shrubs and perennials. And my husband and I keep going back and forth about what we want for something here to kind of like block the view. We have been thinking about something evergreen. We don't have that much of space, so that is a huge limitation. I thought about just making like some sort of tall raised bed that goes from one side to the other, and just add a bunch of shrubs there to just make a nice wall. I don't know. Like I said, we still go back and forth. This side of the house really hasn't gotten much attention in the last few years because we have other areas, or I have other areas that I have been putting my attention into, and it's time. It's definitely time for this side to get some extra love. I have to hurry up before the sunshine just hits this area. These are pretty much the shrubs that I have that are going to be sort of my foundation. I am going to place them first. I'm going to plant them first, and then I'll place all of the perennials that I have around them, just because these guys are going to get big. But let me show you a few things. This right here is Invincible Spirit 2. This is a smooth hydrangea. And I do have one of these little shrubs in close to where my little lady stands right now, and I love it. But I think that it doesn't get enough sun. It's almost in complete shade for where it is. But I definitely have been wanting to get a few more of these guys, and I think they're going to like it right here. Isn't that just beautiful? And this is kind of how they start when they start opening up, that beautiful dark pink color. And as soon as they start aging, they go into this I don't know, antique old pink. I just love that color. So I have 3 of these shrubs. They're pretty big already, and hopefully they'll like it here. This guy right here is a new hydrangea for me. This one is a Haas hollow hydrangea. It hasn't quite opened yet, but I don't believe that it fully opens I think that this one is going to be like a nice lacy or lace style bloom. But if you're familiar with quick fire hydrangeas, you know what I'm talking about when I say they don't fully bloom. And this guy can get pretty big, I believe, which I am really hoping for that. And these guys right here, I got 3 of them. I actually got a pretty good deal on them, and they're pretty big. The first thing that I enjoy about them was the foliage. Look at that dark foliage. And I am hoping that these guys do not mind the extra hours of sun here. But if they do, we'll see how they do. I might have to move them underneath my red bud so that they can get a little bit more shade. Let me show you what they are. This is the information on the label. I have no clue how to say that. This is Actaea, Hillside Black Beauty. Absolutely adore the foliage, and the blooms are these pretty pink spike type of blooms. Gorgeous. And like I said, I'm hoping that they do okay. And then the last one, which is pretty big, is this viburnum. This right here is a sugar and spice viburnum. I do have Korean spice viburnum, so I know that this guy does really well here. And one of the things that I notice is that the foliage, using it for cut flowers, does really well too. So these are pretty much the big shrubs. These are going to be the ones that get huge. Well, maybe not these guys right here, but the rest of them, they're going to get big. So I am going to try to see how I am going to place them. I do have one more shrub. I am not really sure that I want it in the ground. I'll show you that in a minute. Let me show you the perennials that I got. They are all getting water here because they needed a huge drink, and I grabbed a couple of those bootstrap trays, and I have been bottom watering since last night. And I believe I have a total of 12 perennials here, and I have 3 of each. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I have 4 types of perennials. I have 3 of each, and all of these are kind of gonna just go place around the big shrubs. I am really not too worried right now about filling the whole spot because I have plans next year to start things like foxgloves, more yarrow, and maybe even some annuals just to place around that area. But let me show you a couple of things. This right here is an Echinacea. This one is double scoop strawberry. I mean, look at that gorgeousness. I have 3 of those. I have yarrow, which is a new vintage rose. I just love that color. It's almost like it's more like a reddish color than pink. But I think it goes really well with the Echinacea. I also have some Japanese anemones. These are single anemones. They're the pink variety. These are Lucky Charm. And gosh, I love this kind. I already have some of these in another area in my garden, and I just have to have more. And I have these Fall Sensation quartz coreopsis. Look at that beauty. It's like it's not a specific color. It's more like they start this beautiful soft yellow color, and then they age into this pink color. They're just beautiful. Just beautiful. So I am going to leave these guys here because I'm not really sure that I'll be able to get to them today. I'm not even sure that I'll be able to finish what I have for the shrubs today because it's getting really hot. But I'm excited to show you how it gets in the middle. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to start placing the shrubs where I think I want them. And then I'll walk away, check from a few angles, and hopefully I can decide where I want them, and then we can just start planting. We can actually start doing the hard work. It is the very next day, and I did all of this yesterday. Well, my son was actually a huge help. I am so glad how everything is looking. I think that this place is just going to be just beautiful. I mean, it's already amazing. I think that this extra flower bed just adds, I don't know, adds to this side of the house beautifully. I did the math a little bit yesterday. I was actually paying attention, and the entire area where I have these flowers over here gets a full 4.5 hours of direct sunlight. So I hope that that's enough for the hydrangeas. I know the smooth hydrangeas will be fine, but I am a little bit worried about that sugar spice viburnum. I think that it's going to be fine. I don't think that it's going to do bad. I do have one on the north side of the house that only gets like a couple of hours of very spotted direct sunlight, so I think that it's just going to be fine. I have all of the shrubs here, all the perennials that I show you, they are very close together, and that is absolutely fine. I think that they're just going to be growing eventually into each other, and that's perfectly fine. I did add this little bird bath that I found when I was purchasing these plants, and I love it. I love it. In this heat, any extra water that I can add for the pollinators and for the birds, it's all appreciated by them. It's a little bit deep. It's about, I don't know, maybe 2 inches deep. So I feel like I need to add a couple of big rocks there just for the bees and the pollinators, just to make it easier for them. But overall, I'm very happy with this flower bed. I still have to pull weeds just on that area close to the arbor back there where the existing flower bed was. And once that is done, I am going to grab a bunch of craft paper that I have, but I need to provide some sort of blockage for the weeds, because if I just add mulch on top of the soil, I'm going to be fighting the weeds, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use double or triple a few sheets of craft paper, and hopefully that's enough, or that at least gives me some protection for the end of the season. I kept trying to make the edge of this flower bed close to the plants, and then I kept changing my mind about the curves, and little by little I realized that I was getting a little too close to the other side. Oh, that's my neighbor's AC just kicked in. As I was saying, I was getting a little too happy digging the edge of this flower bed to make sure that the mulch stays in, and I just had to stop. I'm still not 100% happy with it. I don't know. From some angles it looks great, but then from others it's not that great. So I don't know. For right now, I am going to stop trying to perfect that edge because I am going to run out of grass, and I think that looks really good. I did decide that I am going to be removing that Russian sage from where it is. The rose that I have there is just not going to want to be happy. So I am going to wait until the fall to get that out of there, and I will try to just put it somewhere else. That way the rose that I have there, you can't even see the rose in there. That way the rose and the other perennials are happier. I did have an existing line of bricks, old bricks that were lining up the flower bed nicely there. I'm gonna have to check and see if I have any more bricks, because I would like to just kind of follow that line, although I think that the line looks really good, the edging of this flower bed. So I don't know, I'm still deciding what I want to do there, and if I have enough bricks for everything. Okay, I'm going to stop the video right here, but first I wanted to give you a quick update on this flower bed. I just love how everything looks. Honestly, it looks a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. I did decide to use bricks to line up the etching a little bit, and I think that it just looks really, really nice in my opinion. It's amazing to me how much, what a difference mulch makes in a flower bed. It just makes everything looks finished, even if it's not quite there yet. But I did run out of mulch, so I did have to stop this halfway through the bed. For some reason, I underestimated the amount of mulch that I was going to need, so I'm gonna have to go to the store and get a bunch more. But right over here, it gives you a good idea of what I am doing. I'm basically folding regular craft paper that you can find at Hobby Lobby or any of your craft stores, and I am just basically creating a barrier for the weeds. It's not going to completely stop the weeds from coming, but it will help me. It will give me a little bit of more time. So what I have been doing is that at least through the edging, I have been adding quite a few pieces of the craft paper, and also in between the spots where I don't have any plants, especially on the back. Eventually, these shrubs are going to fill in all of that space, and that's going to help with the suppression of the weeds. So I don't have to worry too much about that, but the stuff in the front, the open areas in the front, are definitely going to be premium areas for weeds. But everything looks amazing. Everything looks really, really good. I am hoping to be done with this bed in the next few days. I am just done for today. I have been working in the sun trying to weed this bed, trying to finish it, and I am definitely done, at least for the next few days. I don't have any irrigation on this bed, so if you're wondering about that, everything is just going to be hand water. I do have a line of water here that I have hooked to my regular hose. I think that I tried to do something with the front pollinators at some point in the last couple of years, but I didn't do anything with it. So I might just hook up to that and add some irrigation here. That's going to be another project for another day. But what I want to show you really quick are those beautiful hydrangeas that I have on each side of the path here. I do have one quick fire hydrangea right here on the right. It is established and it's beautiful and it's huge. And then I also have two more over here on this other side. These are smaller. These are only have been here for about 3 or 4 years. And I do have to trim these guys. I do have to prune them hard, both in the spring and in the middle of the season. As you can tell, we had some rain here in the last couple of weeks, some really hard rain. And a couple of the branches just kind of flapped to the side, but that didn't stop the blooms, and they're just on the way. So regularly I have to come here and just kind of help the shrubs look their best. But these guys, the blooms are just pollinator magnets. The bees, the flies, all of the bugs are enjoying being there, and they smell amazing. The sweet fragrance that quick fire hydrangea produces is just amazing. So I'm loving these shrubs over here. So that's it for this video, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that you got inspired to maybe tackle that final flower bed this year, or to start thinking about what you want to do for that little corner in your own garden. Thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next time.